Warzone Weekend might be over, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop talking about it. We're going to be examining the 3 very common strategies used by the pros during Warzone Weekend. There's the camper strategy.
Just doing it. All right, well, they got a bounty up.
The Slayer strategy.
He's got to be around our kill lead right now, I think, with his performance.
And the vehicle strategy.
I'm coming, Clay.
I don't believe it.
I got shit on Cammy. You.
I'll show you what worked.
Yeah, we always try Loadout.
I'll show you what definitely didn't work.
No! I ran out of ammo.
But most importantly, I'll show you how to get better at this game. My name is Miles Ross, and this is Where We Droppin. In this episode, we're looking at the camping strategy. Now, camping is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most dishonorable, the least favorable of all kind of strategies it comes to winning a Warzone game. But let's face it, think about the overall objective. Be the last man or the last team standing. If you can do that without killing anyone, go for it. If you can make that work, go for it. That's a viable strategy, and we've got a lovely game here to prove that it just works.
Yeah, or we go here, we go to far left. Let's land it.
Oh my god, on that bunker. Yeah, far left's a good shout.
Where?
Far left, because there's 2 flags, far left.
I think we go damn, go damn.
Okay, so Paris Legion, right off the rip, you heard the comms there. They're trying to find an area that they're expecting to find no resistance whatsoever. And you can see the items they've highlighted. It's been recon after recon after recon. That is the game plan. That's the most important takeaway from the very start of this matchup. They knew from the get-go exactly what they wanted to do. They may have dropped outside of the circle at this point in time, but without a shadow of a doubt, the go for them is to get those recons. 7 recons, 7 circles. You're going to know exactly where the game finishes. Now, there's a bit of a danger here, obviously. When you go to secure a recon point, it is going to send that great big yellow flare up into the sky, which gives your position away. Now, at this point in time, I don't think that's much of an issue. This was the first ever Warzone Weekend. The rest of the pros were all, scratching their heads thinking about how they wanted to play this one, and so far, so good. Part 2 of this master plan that Paris Legion have, what we're going to be seeing now is Zed. Zed's going to grab the nearest chopper. He went a little rogue to begin with. This helicopter gives them nearly infinite mobility. It's a bit of a risk. The mere fact that Zed is alone, it means if he gets in any trouble whatsoever, he's basically dead. He's a write-off. However, at this point in time, as you can see, cash flow for Paris Legion starts to flow. You get themselves that very, very first recon. Now they're going to be able to buy themselves essentially whatever they want. That could be loadouts, that could be UAVs. Start pulling that money together. Now, don't forget, when you chain together those contracts, when you chain together, say, a bounty, say, a scavenger, say, a recon, you get more for the next bounty you finish. So right now, we're going to see that loadout come through. Paris Legion have geared themselves up in a great way to find a few more. And with Zed there, also running the chopper, you got massive coverage over the map. I like it. They've got themselves another one. So there you go. We're going to rinse and repeat this one. This is shampoo and conditioner right here. All they're going to be doing is grabbing themselves these recons. They've now got themselves their loadouts. This is a lovely start for Paris Legion. Don't forget, though, you're watching Dens every now and then. He was running that thermal scope sniper rifle. He's doing what he can to just make sure to check the hills. Look around you. You've got no idea where anyone else dropped in this circle. They went to a relatively unknown position, but you still don't know where anyone else is. You can't leave that to chance.
Oh, come over here, Zach. Come over here.
Now we're going to look at my favorite part of the Warzone Weekends. We're going to do the loadout look-in. We're going to see exactly what Paris Legion grabbed from their opening loadout and how they put that to good use. Now, a couple of things right off the rip here. Obviously, Zed, he's the man really leading this camper strategy. He got himself a riot shield as a secondary. Obviously, that means he's running overkill. But take a look at his lethal and his tactical. His lethal is a proximity mine. This is a man that does not plan on moving very much. That proximity mine is going down at the front door or the back door of a building, and he's got himself a heartbeat sensor to make sure that nobody else comes close. Now, interesting note here, he's got himself double time. Double time gets you around a little bit faster, but his teammates as well. Like, if you look across the whole board here for the Paris Legion lineup, everyone's running a Growl outside of Røkkr. Røkkr's M4 there again. Not a massive difference. At this point in time, though, I would say that the Growl was the gun to have. He's running an HDR. On the other side of the board, Kismet's running himself an AX-50. So that's 2 snipes, a riot shield, and only Den's running an MP5 as a secondary. Again, there are silencers across every single weapon. No one in their right mind should be running anything but silencers at this point in time. One of the most interesting notes here is Kismet running tune-up as his perk number 3. That perk basically gets your teammates up. I think it's an additional 25% of time off of a revive. So if anyone goes down, Kismet's going to be your medic. He's going to be the guy, presumably from within a building or a very safe location, getting those players up and back on their feet. He's got himself quick fix as well. I'm not really sure why he has that. That doesn't seem like a great pick to me, but maybe he knew something that I didn't.
I got OV.
off the pickup now. You can see them going for the next recon, immediately grabbing that one. That's all good for them. They're going to keep grabbing these. That's more money in the bank. They managed to pick up a precision airstrike as well. So Zed, like, they're just setting themselves up for true greatness going forward. I mean, that's your next circle. You see how much information they get from those recons. So here's the overall strategy. You saw that map. You saw the top-down view of Verdansk so far. This is what Paris Legion want. You get those recons. You know exactly where you want to go. And as part of the camping strategy now, you have your loadouts. You have a decent amount of money. Everyone's got themselves full armor plates and their guns. Dive into the center of that circle and hope for the best.
Oh, don't, what are you doing?
Clearly not the world's greatest helicopter pilot there. Gets him in a lot of trouble. It's typically the sheep that pulls away from the pack that tends to die first from the wolves. So everyone has to be in on this together. You have to find a location that, you know, is within eyesight of each other so you can help in any fights, but don't let anyone go rogue. That's not what you want to be doing right now. Okay, so now you're in a difficult situation. The three of them once again have paired up, and there's somebody on Paris Legion who's gone rogue. Kismet is on the other side. You can see on that mini-map. He's on the other side of this town to where they are now. There's 2 helicopters above him. Kismet, we talked about that one sheep, the one that peels off from the herd. That's the one the wolves are going to be going for. Kismet now is going to be running around, smashing doors wide open. He's putting himself in a bit of trouble. The rest of the squad, they're all lined up. Everyone is camping happily now. You can hear the giggles of laughter, the glee. Look at the smirk on Luca's face. Like, he's having a good time. They know exactly what's going on. And for Kismet now, this is where things could get ugly. Like, he's peeking the fight. There's a team nearby. Oh, there it is.
I got sniped.
That's not what you wanted. That's not what you wanted at all. Now he's in trouble.
Just one. Come on.
Wait, drop us the money, Rick.
I'm dropping you free.
Drop the money. Drop the money and go.
So Luca was strategy there. Drop the cash, because if he dies, you lose all that money. They leave the cash here. Luca empties his pockets. Now he's got to go and save Private Kismet. On he goes now in a world of trouble. You got players on the radar now. He has to put himself at risk as well. You could potentially lose another player just trying to get Kismet back. Quick revive, get himself out of there. But the issue again is that one person who didn't stick to the plan, who didn't stay on board with Operation Get in the House and Don't Make Any Noise, caused a bit of a trouble. Kismet knows it. He's having a good laugh about this one. But these boys, they have just dodged many, many bullets.
Okay, perfect.
No. Why'd you open that?
Kismet is not on board with the camping plan as much. As you can see, very, very noisy, smashing things around. Now he's causing troubles for Dens. But here's an alternate strategy. Pray for the circle.
Please, if you've given me bad circles all my career in Warzone so far, please,
Wait,
baby, please. I'm praying.
One game, please come to us.
To your deity of choice, the COD gods, Zeus, Thor, whoever it may be.
Please, circle, please be nice. Please be nice.
In the middle. Please in the middle. Don't make us move.
Yes!
There it is.
Oh my God.
That is a camper's dream right there. The circle stays on them, and with that information gained now, you don't have to move. Camper's dream. You don't have to move anything whatsoever. Everyone can stay where they are. They don't need to put their shoes on. They don't have to go back outside. There may be a loadout drop to the north. Leave that one be. Don't go anywhere. Just make sure you watch every single possible opening and be mindful that as that circle closes, more and more and more players are coming your way. Okay, so through the next period of a few moments, we speed through the game here. 11 players are eliminated. That's 4 teams gone. Paris Legion, no one has a kill yet. But eventually, as the circle gets closer, danger's going to start coming to you. The big bad wolf's going to come and knock in. And is he going to blow your house down? No, he will not. Luca is going to get that kill. It's going to be mayhem downstairs. And this is typical camper strategy. Get the kill, everyone run upstairs and turtle up. That trophy system smack bang in the middle of the room is going to protect you from absolutely everything that the enemy can possibly throw your way. Now, here's going to be the first true test for our campers as a gunfight comes their way. Again, everyone's watching their respective angles. These are great kills from Dens, doing exactly what you need to do, but you don't want to start overextending too much. If you put too much out there, now the fights come to you, and it's going to be a 4 versus 3 for the win here. Paris Legion, they're in their absolute ivory tower now from above. It's going to be C4s. It's going to be every weapon they started this one off with, and that's how you win a Warzone game by camping.
There's people up there.
Let everyone fight, bro.
Yep.
Okay, so here's an example of when camping doesn't quite work out, where you basically had all the advantages going your way, but you just did something a little wrong. Now, here's the thing. Crimsix, Clay, this is the duo side of Warzone Weekend. They are in a prime position right now. You can see the high ground. They're on top of those cliffs, but Clay's got to go for a poo.
Dude, I got so bad, man.
Sun Tzu says, know yourself, know your enemy. Clay knows he's got to go.
I don't know how much longer I can last, bro.
Shut the
Oh, they're nearby. They're nearby. They're two threat.
And now Clay, he's going to be touching cloth in more than one way right now as Crim spotted these players. Now, this is where things get really dangerous. Whether it's whatever reason, you maybe have to make the move. Now the circle has moved against them. They have to retain this high ground position. This is all good. They can jump down at the last possible moment. You can see the power of positioning right here. Get those easy kills. Now they need to go make a play for ammunition. And this is another thing. Whether it's bowel movements, ammunition, kill streaks, there are many reasons why you have to make a run.
Let's go. Yeah, I need those plates or gas masks too.
Here, you grab this since I'm first.
Yo, behind! Oh my god! He was trying to assassinate you!
Holy shit, son.
So the boys managed to get themselves out of a little bit of trouble. You're going to find yourself a kill. That's not a bad thing right now, but you have to look at what they've given up. Clayster and Crimsix, they gave up the high ground position. They gave up all of that for a little bit of ammunition to be able to take more fights. Now, at the end of the day, that's not a bad play to make, but you got to look at where they are in the map right now. This area is one of the most awful places on Verdansk. You cannot get up these roads. You can't climb these cliffs. It's nowhere they can go but down.
You want to do a try and... I don't know what we should do here, bro.
Now, they've given up that high ground. You can hear it in Clay's voice. They don't know what they're doing. You want to be Obi-Wan. You don't want to be Anakin. Think of the high ground. This could sting Crim and Clay going forward.
The zone's coming, though, dude. We're going to have to move. You want to make a move on the house together? That's our best bet right now.
I say we just get underneath this and just don't make a sound, bro.
Okay.
So now Crim and Clay, they've got to make their way forward and still moving around this dirt path. Again, you can see the gas is not working out for them anymore. The vendor option is now gone. If they wanted to go for that gas mask, now it is too late. This is a split-second decision they absolutely had to make. You heard what Crim said as well. Don't make a sound. Think back to our Paris Legion camping champions. Denz was always saying, shush, be quiet. You no longer have positional advantage. You have to take every advantage you possibly have. So right now, it's going to be silence. Don't let the enemy see you first. Don't let them get that first shot. Crim and Clay, that's all they've got working out from right now.
I did 6 people left.
They're right above me. They're above me.
So the sad story of Crimsix and Clayster here is that they had positional advantage. They had the high ground, and you want to be an Obi-Wan. You don't want to be an Anakin. I don't care if you're the chosen one. If you have the high ground, you have to keep it. The circle favored them at the time if they'd stayed in that house, but they ran for the ammo. They ran for the armor plates. They wanted a gas mask. And yes, that may help out in some way, but when it's split-second decisions, you got to put that priority list in order. And for them in this position, high ground was key. They gave it up, and it bit them in the ass.
No! I ran out of ammo!
Why did we jump down, dude? That was so
I don't know.
stupid.
So there you have it. That's the good, the bad, and the definitely ugly of the camping strategy in Warzone Weekends. Don't forget, if you want to be going for this one, you're going to need positional advantage at high ground, a good building to work with, some form of line of sight that keeps you and your boys safe. You're going to want your loadouts, and if you can, go for those recon circles. Knowledge is power. Knowing where the circle's going to finish is invaluable for the camping strategy. Now, I don't want all of you people watching this video to be like, yeah, I don't camp like that. Paris got an unfair win. Yeah. Don't lie to yourselves. I've done it. I know you've done it. You've held up in the building, put your back against the wall, and you've let players run past and shoot them in the back. The camping strategy is the greatest guilty pleasure of any first-person shooter player across the planet. Right after this, I might just have to jump to a game of Warzone and camp out one myself. And if I find you hidden in a building with claymores and a riot shield, will I be annoyed? Yes. Will I respect you a tiny bit for beating me to it? Maybe. And there we have it. That concludes Where We Dropping, the Camper Edition. We'll see you next time.